Hello there! This is Blockheart here to cast another game for you about League of Legends. In this case, what to do and not to do as a support. So right off the bat in this one, I've got something to show you guys about what not to do. So, I got 3 green wards, which seems great, you know, wards are great in lane. However, I didn't even look to see that the enemy jungler was Evelyn, who green wards don't do much against. So, make sure that you're paying attention when you're a support. Don't always get the same thing. In this case, I'd like to place the blame on cheese and potato piroshkis, which I was desperately trying to scarf down at this point before the game started. And while it was good, I kinda wish I would have gotten pink wards instead. I mean, I love piroshkis, don't get me wrong. Pan-fried, oh, schmecked, but yeah, missed up. So, that's my first screw-up in this one. So I'm just playing with a bunch of random people. I don't know any of these guys. We've got Nautilus in the jungle, Veigar mid, Ashe bottom with me, and Yorick top. This is the first time the Yorick played with the slight ghoul debuff. They move a little bit slower at early levels, and the heal one costs more mana. So he said he was getting used to that. He seemed to do a pretty good job, though. Anyway, this is a game that was pretty interesting. Veigar mid is kind of a gamble. He doesn't have a very good early game, and he can kind of be shut down. If you can make it to late game with him, I feel he is an excellent champion to have in this. Not only does he keep growing in power, but in team fights, he just has the ability to kind of fracture the enemy team with his team-wide stun, and it is just an excellent ability to have on the team, in addition to his ability to assassinate almost any kind of AP character. So we leash. I'm gonna stick my ward down here, which is not gonna do us much good, but you know, maybe if Syndra comes down, we'll be able to do something about it. So right off the bat, you can see I am going to start harassing them. Anytime I get a chance to get auto attacks, I'm just going to use them. I should probably just ward that bush, because it looks like we're going to end up pushing a little harder than them. But yeah, I'm just going after Corgi. He's got a Doran's Blade, so he's not going to be able to heal up much. So hopefully we can just start denying him. There we go. So I placed down the ward, and everything seems to be hunky-dory at this point. Now, mid, Veigar, you can see, has already been harassed a bit. He's lower on health, but he does have potions, so he's probably just going to stay and try to farm up as long as he can. And yeah, you can see we're starting to deny them. Corki's almost out of experience range when you go back that far. Yeah, I'm just going to stay in this bush and try to play, you know, distraction. So, Leona does get me there. Corki's a little bit too far away to make much of it. So we basically come out ahead on that one. Corki is very, very low now. So Yorick top, doing the Yorick thing. He's got Singed down pretty low. Yeah, Singed is one you don't want to let get very strong. So here comes the Eve. And we can't see her because she's in stealth mode. So you can see I actually just stopped Leona's thing. So Evelyn's coming in, Ashe decides she's going to die, she flashes forward, does put the ignite on, but it's not quite enough damage. So at this point, I should just go back. I don't want to just leave it at that. Corki's so low. I'd like to try to pressure him out. If Eve wraps around, though, I don't want to be caught by her and them. Lulu's got enough scapes that I figure she's safe enough if it's just her, so if I can, you know, get out of the range of Leona, I'm probably okay. Yeah. So I do burn exhaust. I was a little bit worried that I was going to get caught by Leona, but nothing terrible comes of it. However, Corki is allowed to farm up a bit more, so we denied him a little bit in the start, but right now him and Ashe are pretty much the same. He's got 17, she's got 16. He also has a kill, though, so that's going to give him a little bit of an early start. Now, in the middle, yeah, Veigar's doing well. He did receive a gank from Nocturne, so Yorick, still doing Yorick. He's doing fine. Now, oh, maybe this is the gank from Nocturne of which I speak about. So, I believe they're going to go in and try to get her. Yep. Yeah. So, apparently I have the ability to see the future. It's been, played this one last night, so... But yeah, you can see Veigar's ability to really, like, lock people down, especially on a team with more CC, is just great. So we've forced Corki out of lane. That's good. I'm coming back. And you'll notice the only thing I went back to buy is pink wards. I don't have boots. I don't have any other items other than a potion. So those are going to be really important to our strategy. Because Evelyn, I'll say it right there, like, she is very annoying. And it's mostly from her ability to be, you know, unseen. She's not the strongest character in her own right. But just in her ability to get around, you know, pretty quickly. She has a good movement speed buff, too. So she can surprise you. She can be in a lot of places. And, you know, even if you put out pink wards, she can juke around as well. So, we are coming in. Here comes Nautilus. Looks like we're going to try to get Leona. Yep. So, we managed to pick up that kill, which is excellent. Good gank by Nautilus. Now, Evelyn is maybe coming in to pick up Veigar. He is playing very safe. And Syndra has more minions. Looks like she's going to have to try pushing. Evelyn doesn't want to tower dive, though. So, okay, here comes a Nautilus, which makes Veigar come out, which is going to lead to him getting picked up by Evelyn. Nautilus is going to try to get Eve. But, yeah, he's not going to be able to catch her. So, he's just going to stay there. Yeah, but you can see Syndra kind of has to push. It's in her blood. So, yeah, we're muscling out Corgi on bottom, still denying him a bit. Now, ooh, Yorick sending out his ultimate? Maybe he was thinking of tower diving. Probably doesn't want to anymore, and oh, that poison. Just whittling away at him. So, yeah, one other thing about Singe, his ultimate also gives him health regen, so... he can stay in lane quite a bit longer. Also mana regen, movement speed, magic resistance, Piroshkis, you know, just about anything else you want. So now, we have Corgi running scared. Ashe is very good at her fan harass. And we are just doing excellently. Corgi wants to come in. I want some of those minions. We do not want to let him have any minions. So, yeah, we're just playing fairly aggressively. If they want to go in, like, Leona's a good character to do it with, but they kind of have to dive, which is going to put them at risk. So, you'll notice Corki is only at 23 minion kills, Ashe is at 51, so we're doing a good job keeping him away from income. So here comes Veigar, Nautilus is still there, Syndra's just going to get out wisely. She does have a ward there, so she can see him. Now, here comes Evelyn, and yeah, I guess we would have gotten just a hint of her there. So, I am just a little bit too far out there. At this point, you know, Ashe is going to try to pick up the kill, which she does. I'm still alive, actually. Lulu's got pretty good escape, so we managed to lead him all the way back. Are we going to be able to pick him up? Ashe pings Eve, you know, easier target than Leona, even if she is faster. So she gets down very, very low. Ashe picks it up. Nautilus is going to stop her with staggering blow. They're going to dive under the turret. Oh, lordy, it's close. They just need one more shot. Ashe gets it. Nautilus is going out. He's very low health. Oh, so that time Syndra just came down. She picks up the double kill. So that ended up being better for them than it was for us, but you know, not terrible. If Veigar would have come down, you know, we probably would have had a better time. He is a champion that works well with farm, though, so it might be better for him. He's going to have a difficult time catching up to that 2 kills she just got, though, especially considering that, you know, he is not the greatest laner. He's probably not leveling up dark matter, and that's really his tool that he can use to push. So, I'm just going to try to get Corki away from the tower. I don't want him fighting it. So at this point, you know, if he wants to fight me right there, I'm fine with it. Also, you just saw a squirrel shoot a machine gun. Not something you see every day, only in the world of League of Legends. Now, Veigar, yep, farming up. Yorick, doing fine. Now, Syndra has blue. Now, this is terrible. She is an unstoppable pushing machine. I mean, Morgana's got nothing on her when she has blue. She can just go through waves of minion like they were, I don't know, cake to a fat kid. So, Singed is coming in. Yorick is going to get Evelyn, it looks like. He flashes out. Okay, Nautilus is coming in, knocking him up. And still trying to get out of there. Singed is going to use Fling. Ah, knocks him out. Yeah. So Nautilus is too low to do much. He's got to make sure he doesn't die as well. Ooh. So Veigar has blue too, and he managed to get Syndra down pretty low. Excellent. Now, bottom, yeah, you can still see Corki low on health, having to farm with his ultimate. We are doing a good job denying this guy. Admittedly, we've given up a couple kills because we're playing aggressively to Eve, but Ashe has double his minion kills. You know, she does have 3 kills, so we're not doing badly. She also has a BF sword as opposed to his 2 Doran's blades. So, yeah. Evelyn's being sneaky again. And now Nautilus is desperately trying to hold top. Singed left, though, so doing okay. So you can see kind of the strategy of support I have for Lulu is keeping the other guys disadvantaged enough that your carry has an easy time farming. It's not so much, you know, standing back and using your things on them. I usually level up Glitter Lance first for the damage. I mean, you can, if you want, level up Shield first. It's a good damage reduction thing. So at this point, my ultimate's doing that. I was trying to exhaust Eve there. I accidentally put it on Leona. So Ashe is still alive, uses her ultimate, barely getting out of there. I put her shield on. Oh, Corki's missile missed. And Ashe is going to get away, you know, not scot-free. She's almost dead, but we make it. So that time we turned it around, which is excellent. I'd still like to deny Corki, but if they both jump on me, that's, yeah, it's going to be it. So, I'm being a little bit cautious. Nautilus is coming in, so I don't want to try giving this away. So he's going in, I want to do it at the same time. And we had it right there. We turn around and decide to get Leona instead, though, because there's no way she's going to be able to get out of it. So Nautilus pulls himself, just misses, it's close. Glitter Lance picks up the kill. And, you know, I maybe shouldn't have done that, but I really didn't want her to get away. It could have been close. So there's Syndra. Now at this point, I'm thinking Nautilus is going in. He uses his anchor there, so I'm going in there to back him up. So he, yeah, just got out of there. So a little bit of miscommunication. That was probably my bad just for going in. Now I'm getting Ashe killed. This is my bad completely. Ashe went in there to save me after I went in there to back up Nautilus. And yeah, Nautilus is going to go get blue. So really, like, in that situation, like, you don't need to. That was my bad, but a back ping would be nice. Because otherwise I'm going to think, you know, if you're a tank and you're, you know, using an initiation move, I'm going to assume you're doing it to, well, go in there to initiate. And, you know, if I could stay back and wait for it. But, you know, in those 2 seconds it's going to take me to catch up to you, they're going to do a lot of damage. So it's good if you can do things together, but communication is, as I've said, one of the hardest things in this game. So, at this point, Singed's got a pretty good advantage. He is going to try to get Yorick. Yorick ignites him. I don't know how he's going to deal with this. Yorick's using some lifesteal, trying to get back a little bit of health. He's just staying away from this Singed, who is basically infraggable at this point. I think Yorick should probably just go back. Maybe should have done that earlier. Yeah. So Singed is going to probably try to take the tower. Veigar, Syndra. Oh, God. Okay, let's look at that one. So that one was very close. Here they are. They're both full. So Veigar comes in, gets off his full combo on Syndra, gets the ignites. Not enough to kill her though. She does have magic resist from Chalice. She comes in and it's an auto attack that wins that one. Oh my God, that was close. Could have gone either way. Basically, for her at this point, that was as much luck as anything else. She's also a little bit more fed, so that was also very close. Nautilus going in for the kill on her, but doesn't quite pick it up. Evelyn's going to just get a pocket kill there. So yeah, we were wasting a lot of resources trying to get her, and we almost did. The Ash Arrow almost connected, but it also made us lose oracles from Nautilus, so maybe not the best of things there. So I've switched over to getting almost only pink wards, which would be good, but at this point you'll notice Evelyn, she's coming in. We have no clue she's there. Leona is going to jump in on Ash. I use my ultimate, but it's not going to be enough. So now I'm trying to get out of there. I kind of whiff Glitter Lance there, and they're probably just going to tower dive me. Yeah. So that's kind of the thing. Like, yes, Pink Ward is there. Like, if I wanted, I could keep it in the tri-bush, but then, you know, she might be able to sneak around the other way. And yeah, that was just the pleasures of fighting Evelyn. Like, it's really hard to see where she is. So she is doing an excellent job for their team. She's picked up 7 of their kills. And yeah, she's doing well. So at that point, yeah, you can see Syndra's damage on her ultimate, not much. Like, her regular abilities do quite a bit of damage, especially considering that they're area of effect, but her ultimate is not going to be enough to assassinate people unless they're at, like, you know, a quarter health. And she does have, you know, it's not great AP, and she doesn't need it. Her base damages are a lot higher than her scaling is. So, you know, she's got 100, 120 AP, I think. Okay, 165 AP. But still, that's not enough to kill Veigar when he's at a 3rd health. So, they have wards. This is really weird. So Nautilus has... yeah. She's just going to come in there, try to steal it. So the lizard goes super fast trying to get home. Nautilus is going to go see them, which is maybe not the best idea. Yeah, so he loses oracles again, which is not good. Veigar's coming in, trying to get Syndra. He just doesn't have enough to assassinate her. He's going to run away. Yorick's, yeah. So it's the 3 of them. They're in there. They're probably going to go try to assassinate. Oh, God. So Veigar is now effectively trapped. I don't think he's going to be able to do much here. Let's see what he can pull off. So he gets singed away from him, goes for Syndra, gets knocked back though, yeah, and just gets picked up. Yorick does put Ignite on Syndra, and that does get the kill. So bottom, they managed to pick up Ashe, and that's probably my bad. I should be down there supporting her. I really want this Ashe to start doing well, but it doesn't quite work out for us. So, okay, jumping onto Eve. Not sure there's too much I can do. Speed up Nautilus, but yeah, with Singed there, I don't think it's a good idea. Especially considering he's level 12, Nautilus is level 8, I'm level 9. So, yeah. Now, at this point, we know they're doing Dragon, but, yeah, there's not much we can do about it. So, I know that's what they're going to try to do. Maybe I can bother them away from it. I'm not sure at this point. So, at this point, they do kind of a bad thing. If you see a support coming up and waiting for 2 people without smite to kill Dragon, just kill the support. That was not a good idea by them. I just picked up Dragon with a support damage ability, which doesn't do that much, but if they're going to do all the work and let me take it, I'll try. And that was kind of luck, you know? I could try that 100 times and it'd only work, you know, once. But it did work, and that kind of got us back in the game gold-wise, so I'll take it. Now, looks like we're kind of going back into lane formation here. And bottom tower is getting pretty low. Ours is gone, so Ashe doesn't have anywhere to fall back to. So we are going to have to be close. I'd really like to have their tower gone, but yeah, at this point, not going to happen. So we notice they are coming for us, and I'm just trying to get them off of Ashe here. I want Ashe to go back. But yeah, we're not quite fast enough. So we do get sandwiched here. 5 people. And I didn't even have time to use my ultimate on her there. So I'm going to try to get out of here. I'm going towards mid lane. I get the speed buff. And I pick up Glitter Lance, which slows him enough. Nautilus goes in, so they're on him. I use my ultimate on him just for the knockback, probably a little bit premature there. But even then, he doesn't quite manage to survive. Oh, it's close. It's close. Okay, so he gets out of there. We are not in a good spot. We have 2 characters, lowish health. All 5 of them are at the turret. They're going to go for it. Singed is trying to get away. He got ignited. It's going to pick up the kill. So, still not great. So yeah, you can see the damage on Syndra's balls, like, does quite a bit. 4 of those would probably kill me. And even to Yorick, a tankier guy, you can see it does, you know, worthwhile damage. And she can throw those out very quickly. Yeah, to Vhagar, you can see his health just kind of disappear. So she is a good poke character, Syndra. She's just not that bursty AP assassin type that is kind of where the meta is right now, what you'd expect. So, we're going back and... yeah. So, they're saying back, back, back. Now Nautilus, you can see, is out here really far, and it's not a good place to be, especially considering that their team is all still together, and we only ever killed one of them last time, so maybe a little bit too far up there. So, as you can see, my build is basically gold per 10 on a support. You don't get a lot of income, at least not a lot of guaranteed income, and so those are kind of what you need. Especially pink wards cost a lot, so it's a way to afford the stuff you need to support, and you get some stat benefits, not as much as buying real items, but it's basically something that lets you buy wards and, if you need it, oracles. Now at this point, I could get oracles, but we're kind of in the team fight phase, and I think I would rather, you know, throw myself under the bus to save Ashe. And so, you know, I'm going to stick to pink wards. They're up, you know. They are useful even if you die. So Vhagar uses Deathfire Grasp there on Singed. Probably, you know, it's good because it does health damage, and you can see, like, it hurt him. But with Syndra there, you know, probably would have been best used on her. She did come around the corner, so it was surprising. I can understand that one. So you can notice our team does have our first Shirurio's Revelry, and by that I mean Shirurio's Revelry. But it's a great item, especially, you know, it can be used escaping, it can be used getting in there, and I think eventually we're going to have more than one. We're going to have 2 or 3 of those on our team. And they make all the difference in these kind of games. They're a really useful item. They don't stack, like you can't use them all at once, but you can use them one after another. So, they're jumping onto Leona, but Syndra's there to play Orbital Barrage, and Leona's going to flash over the wall. It's kind of the thing. If you have a jungle fight, if you have flash up, you have a great advantage. So yeah, Syndra's going to try to play the bush game with us there. She ends up having to flash out. So Nautilus is going chasing. And again, like, he has oracles. I'd rather he be kind of careful with it, because oracles is something I would like to have stay up. So he is behind them. He's going to use Anchor on Leona. He gets trapped. There's not a lot of other people by him, so it's not the worst thing. Vhagar is going to try to burst down Evelyn. She uses her ultimate there, and that saves her. We do manage to take down Leona, which is good. Yorick's ghost dies. Oh, Nautilus, you're alive. But nope, Corki's going to come in. So he was back pushing bottom. He just came into the fight, and that's going to really, really turn the tide. If he was there from the beginning, that wouldn't have gone our way at all. So now these guys are trying to escape. Ashe is going to come in, so she goes after Corki. Oh, it's so close there. You can see just being exhausted makes such a big difference. Like, being exhausted, her attack damage isn't even more than Corki's lifesteal. Like, that is just terrible. Like, if she wasn't exhausted, she would have killed him in the next hit. But that's the thing, like, exhaust really wrecks AD carries. It is a great move, and it only gets better the longer the game goes on, since AD is kind of the thing that scales better in the late game. So, you know, she did get the kill. She died for it too. And, yeah, that's kind of going to be this game. So you can see they're ahead in kills. They have 21, we have 13. It's pretty close though. Admittedly, we don't have any towers yet, but we're not... I'm not going to say that we're exactly losing at this point. We're outclassed, definitely. I mean, they've got better team fighting skills, and their ganks so far have been wonderful from Evelyn. But, again, you know, our Ashe had a good early game. She has 5 kills. Their Corgi does too, but I think our Ashe is just kind of better played. She's our ace in the hole, if you will. So they pick up Singed on top. Vhagar is, ooh, that poison. So yeah, Singed just becomes kind of an annoyance-based character later on. You know, his poison damage is pretty good, especially if you don't build any magic resist. And that's going to basically bother our team. He can also fling one person into their team, kind of like poor man's Blitzcrank. So they picked up Dragon, which is good for them. Now, a lot of people will say that playing support is boring, and to some degree, I agree with that. Oh god. So, here I'm going to ward. Guess what's going to happen? Yeah. So, Ashe is farming up minions. She realizes that they were all there, and she's going to try to get away. Flashes into their bush. Now that was ninja shit right there. So check this out. Uses her ultimate to stun Syndra. She's going to try to get out of there. Leona comes in. Looks like Ashe is going to get away though. So that was wonderful work on Ashe's part there. Now they're going to go on to Leona. She was the closest one, but she is a tank. It's going to take up a lot of their resources. Singed is coming in. He's going to get stunned, but there's the slow. So Ashe versus Corki. Oh, it's close, but Evelyn's going to pick up the kill on her too. So we'd already tried to surrender once at this point. Like, we almost surrendered at 20, but Yorick said no, so we decided, okay, you know, we'll keep going. Well, 2 people did, me and Yorick, I guess. But yeah, it was one of those games, you know, it was close enough. Like, yes, we're losing, but we're not losing terribly. You know, we weren't that behind in gold. Oh, we want the kill. Ignite picks it up. Yorick's very good at picking up those Ignite kills. But yeah, as I was saying, like, we don't quite surrender. We tried 4 or 5 times in this game. But in the end, I'm not going to say it worked out for us, you know. It was a long, hard game. But I just, you know, if it's close enough that it seems you might be able to win, it's worth a shot. So, as I was saying about support, yeah, a lot of people don't like it, and in the current metagame, it's weird. I mean, being support is an income-based position. You've got to be a character who can do well with low amounts of money. So we finally pick up mid-turret, and you know, we end up having to tank it, but it works out well. But yeah, like, support, I don't know, it's an interesting mindset. You really want to pump up one of the characters on your teams, and you've got to be able to do your job without being stronger than the enemy, necessarily. I mean, Leona's one, she does it basically in that she's fairly tanky naturally and has very good initiation. So that is her, you know, supporting. Lulu has great poke. She's got good disengage. She's got, you know, a hard stun, basically. You can still move, but you can't attack or cast spells while you're a squirrel. She's also got a shield. And her ultimate's, you know, amazing. It can be used offensively, defensively. So we can see their ward on Baron at this point. I just don't want to go get it. Nautilus is a little bit forward again, and looks like he's going to be caught. I'm going towards him, but I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up there. Leona's going to... yeah, he's... gets exhausted, and yeah, gets picked off. The other 4 of us are pretty close, though. If one of them wanders in here, we might be able to pick up a kill. But they have 5, we have 4, so we're going to have to be careful here. So there's Syndra. And Leona's going to come in there, too, so we got to be careful. Get knocked back. Decide it's better just to play it safe, which is a good idea, especially with Singed in there. So I get tossed in there, which is not the greatest thing. Yeah, I get taken out. I should have been a little bit more careful, especially around Singed. So, pick up Leona. Yorick is just going crazy. Doing a good job. Singed is going to be able to get out. Vhagar should probably stop chasing Singed, as that is one of the cardinal, like, rules. Yorick was trying to flash over that wall, didn't make it. Corgi is going to get trapped. Picks up, doesn't get anyone that time. Much better for our team. So, basically ends up being pretty equal in that one. Well, actually, you know what? We took out 3 of them. They only took out me. So, to me, I feel bad about that, but that was good for our team. And, yeah. There, got Ashe there. Evelyn just manages to get away. Nautilus would like to kill her, but, you know, she's Evelyn. She's going to be able to get out. Her stealth, you could find her, but it's like a needle in a haystack. Vhagar's coming in. Oh, maybe he's going to be able to find her. No, oh my god. That is just like, well, she's not going to be around this corner. I'm just going to go back. Then again, she might have just seen him and assassinated him, so we'll see. Oh my god, tank fight. So, Singed is going to be taken out by Nautilus? No, Singed gets away. Leona is going to get caught though. And okay, so Yorick gets taken out, but he does have his ghost. And, you know, since he's going to die anyway, he's just going to dive in with that. But they're going to get Nautilus. Yeah, so at this point, I'm just trying to get out of there. Now, Evelyn is in hot pursuit. I don't know that. I'm thinking Vhagar, I'll go towards him. Oh god. So she's coming towards me more. I burn exhaust because I don't want to die. You know, if she uses her ultimate, she might have been able to take me out. Then again, it could have also been premature on my part, but I'd rather just not die. So, Ashe gets red, which is good. Bottom lane is being assaulted by a wave of minions. And Vhagar's got blue again, so, you know, we're set up. Their team is not... They're grouping up, but mostly just to kill us. They're not really getting objectives, which is good for us, you know. If they had grouped up and dived mid, I feel that they would have done a lot better than they're doing right now. Corgi has to burn flash to get out of there. Now, we're doing pretty good. Ashe... she's got Infinity Edge and Phantom Dancer, so her damage is pretty good. Also, you know, Ashe's initiation, especially when combined with people like Nautilus, is good. You know, if she can land that long-range stun, Nautilus can latch onto it, or vice versa. And, you know, her damage is... She doesn't really have heavy steroids. Her passive is kind of one, but it's 1 crit if you've been out of combat a long time. So it doesn't really count. She's more the utility carry. You know, she's got a permanent slow, and that ultimate is good. Now, we're getting back in the game here. It's turning out okay. I believe we tried to surrender again right before this, but, you know, it ended up being better. So, yeah, I don't know. Some people are getting very angry on our team, and I'm not going to say who because I don't want to point out people, but yeah, they were just, you know, stop wasting my time. It's not worth it. I don't want to play this game anymore. We're just going to lose. And then, you know, as it turns out, yeah, it was close, though. Like, even if we would have lost this game, I would like to play it to fruition to see what happens. Because, you know, we have Vhagar, again, like, that's a good guy for late game. Yorick, who usually I would say, you know, later game isn't the greatest character, you know, has good laning, but, he is a ballsy guy, and he is doing very well for our team. So, yeah, we disengage there. We're still all alive, which is good. So, yeah, we both have wards on Dragon. Mine's not a pink. I wish it was. Ashe didn't kill their ward. We can see that ward. Okay, Yorick's going to. Good. I'm glad someone did. So, Nautilus in their jungle trying to get blue. And once again, like, a little bit overextended. Tries to smite it. It wasn't down. Corki picks it up, and they pick up Nautilus. So it does give Ashe a good heads up to get out of there. She snags the, long-range fan on Singed there. And they want to get her, but she knows they're coming, so she's going to get out of there. Which is good. I'm glad she's backing up. You know, if she was out there, she'd be dead. She'd be Evelyn right now. So, there's Evelyn. And she doesn't get Ashe. Ashe doesn't get her. That is just a mutual surprise. I wonder what's in this. Oh god, it's Ashe. Oh god, it's Evelyn. So, they want Baron. You know, we want Baron too, but I think we're going to go for Singed. Oh, okay, so at this point you'll see a back ping. That is us saying, get out of there, it's a trap. They all know we're there, please. Oh, God. So, yeah, we did back ping. Like we said, go back. It's not a good idea. Nothing good's going to happen here. And nothing good happened there. Moral of the story is, please don't go into traps. So at that point, that was a misclick there. I was trying to turn around to use Glitter Lance, and instead just walked backwards a bit into their team, which killed me. I probably wouldn't have gotten away anyway, but, you know, maybe I could have led them into Nautilus, who's got another Oracles, which is good, but, you know, he's the last guy up. He's got a hard job right now. He has to dissuade them from taking as many turrets as possible. Now, they're, you know, all up. That was a freebie for their team, basically. Yeah, again, like, we shouldn't have gone in there. We had one person running away to this mysterious bush, and, you know, we don't know where the rest of their team is. We should have just, you know, oh, it's a trap. We know it, getting out of there. So Nautilus is going to get picked up because they tower dive. And, yeah, it's just bad. So, Singed has Quicksilver Sash? Or was that Cleanse? No, it's Quicksilver Sash. So, it's a good item to get, especially if you're worried about getting CC'd away from people. So at this point, I'm beelining towards Ashe. All I want to do is make sure she's alive. There we go. Picks her up. She's a giant. And they're still under the tower. The tower is shooting people on their team. This is bad for them. And that's going to end up being bad for them. So, you know, they had an advantage there. They just stayed here even after we all respawned there. Admittedly, they probably thought Ashe was going to die, and she had Yorick's ultimate on as well, so even if she did, she still would have come back to get those kills. So, you know, pick your battles. Don't fight under turrets if you can avoid it. At this point, we are looking to get Baron. Singed is looking to get Dragon. And as you can see, it's a battle of attrition. Dragon's not doing too much damage to him. He's not doing too much to it. I'm just warding. I don't want them to steal Baron. So I take out theirs. I'm going to place one more in the bush over here to basically make sure that they can't sneak up on us. And we are just going to go for this thing. Ashe should have enough damage just to, you know, take it down. And you can see his life is going down pretty quickly. Singed is coming in, but he's going to go for the minions instead. And he is at low health. Even if he found us, probably wouldn't be able to stop us. So, that's excellent for us. Picked up, you know, in gold, we're almost equal. We're only 1,000 away. And, you know, we're making a comeback, which feels good, especially after a game, you know, like this, where in the beginning, you know, oh, we don't want to play anymore. It just feels like they're going to win. Well, if you keep going, maybe something good will happen. We have wonderful initiation between Nautilus, Veigar, and Ashe. Like, that is the holy trinity of initiation moves right there. And, you know, we're catching up in map awareness. We've got wards up. Admittedly, those 3 wards I just put down, Leona's just going to come down and farm out. But, you know, even if they do that, you know, they're basically, it's an Easter egg hunt while our team is catching up. So, I'm okay with it. Now, at this point, you can see I've gotten Locket of the Iron Solari, which is good for a little shield. Like a lot of people say, oh, the shield is so tiny. Yeah, but it can be on everyone on your team. Against area of effect stuff, it's great. As far as a support item goes, I actually think it's pretty good. The aura, you know, not the greatest. Get extra health regen. It tends to be a later game item anyway, so yeah, you're not getting it for the aura. But that shield saves lives. It's kind of like a miniature pocket heal, which, you know, is not as bad as you would think. So Nautilus was again out there with oracles. Yorick has oracles too, so, you know, it's not all of our eggs in one basket, but he's got to be careful about that. Now, they're grouping up as well, we're grouping up, and we're all guffawing about waiting for the enemy to appear. Now, at this point, yeah, okay. So I sell Kage's Lucky Pick, and I get an Aegis. I didn't know Nautilus has an Aegis, but there is a useful thing happening here. You can double stack Aegis. It doesn't give your team any better benefit, but it gives you double the aura, and the aura is pretty good. So you get, 24 armor, 30 magic resist, and 16 attack damage. Which, where's Lulu? Let me click on myself. No. Nope. There we go. So I have, like, miniature tank stats. I've got 159 armor, 114 magic resist, and, good amount of health. Almost 3,000. It's going to be difficult for them to kill me. And, I know, like, that's not exactly what you want, but, I can be more aggressive at this point. And so we latch on to Leona, and Syndra is taken down just in the burst from that. Leona gets picking up from the Ashe ultimate. We're tanking the tower. They can't do much about it. Evelyn really wants to go in, but that's the thing. Like, as an assassin in a team fight like this, unless you can pick up that, important target. Okay, so she's going in. She uses her ultimate, jumps in on Veigar, who uses Zhonya's Hourglass excellently. I use my ultimate on him just to make sure that Veigar lives through that. And we get everyone except Corki. So that's pretty much the game there. Nautilus is going to dive in, and he gets picked up by the ultimate, by their tower. So using his anchor kind of got him doomed there. But we pick up the ace and we end up winning the game. And you know what? That one, it feels good. Sometimes, like, I can understand why there is a surrender function in the game. Sometimes it's just not fun. But if you can find it in yourself to enjoy the game, even when it's difficult and even when it seems like, winning is a far off possibility, sometimes you do. And when you do, it feels really good. So, my advice in this one, keep playing, Give it a try, give it 5 more minutes, because sometimes it turns around. And when you do, it feels good. Anyway, if you guys got any stories about games that went on too long that you ended up winning, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Blockheart out!